This video is created by Nihar from YouTube. This video is created by Nihar from YouTube. 36 types of tomatoes, written by Nihar for public domain purpose only. Types of tomatoes. Tomato plants are one of the most popular types of plants in a home gardener's vegetable plot, even though they are technically considered to be a fruit. This is because tomato plants are incredibly easy to grow in a wide range of climates, they require very little maintenance, and they produce large yields of delicious and commonly eaten tomatoes. Tomatoes are a versatile kitchen ingredient, which can be used to make sauces, salads, side dishes, sandwiches, and even eaten as snacks. They have a sweet and mild flavor, and contain many nutrients that make them a great healthy choice. There are over 7,000 varieties of tomato plants to choose from. Here, we cover some of the best types of tomatoes to grow and enjoy at home. 1. Castelluto Fiorentino growth type mature height 5 feet. This is an Italian heirloom variety that produces large tomatoes with irregular ribbing. Fruits will be asymmetrical and may be misshapen, measuring up to 4 inches across. These tomatoes have a good flavor and are very fleshy. They are ideal for slicing in salads or for use in sauces. 2. Marmon growth type mature height 7 feet. This is a late maturing variety that produces deep red luscious tomatoes with a sweet flavor. They have an irregular shape, with few seeds and firm flesh. This is an award-winning type of tomato, having been a recipient of the Award of Garden Merit from the Royal Horticultural Society. 3. Black Krim growth type mature height 6 feet. This is a very old heirloom variety of tomato, which produces large fruits with a dark-colored skin that varies from red-brown to purple-black. It originated from the Isle of Krim close to the Crimean Peninsula and was the first black tomato sold commercially in the U.S. 4. Branduin growth type mature height 9 feet. This is one of the most popular types of tomato in North America, famed for having the best tomato taste. These fruits are large and have pinkish-red skin. They are a slow-maturing variety, on average, taking 90 days to be harvestable. An easy way to identify this tomato plant is from its leaves, that are larger than most other tomato plants, with a potato plant look about them. 5. Paul Robeson credit to William Newton growth type mature height 10 feet. This tomato has a very distinctive taste, being both sweet and smoky. It is a Russian variety that is named after Paul Robeson, a Russian advocate for black equal rights. These tomatoes take 90 days to mature. The plant grows vigorously and produces high yields. 6. Big Beef growth type mature height 7 feet. This tomato was introduced in 1994 and has since become an award-winning and enormously popular variety. It matures early compared to other beefsteak tomatoes, at 73 days. It is also delicious and highly resistant to disease. It has a long harvest season of up to 2 months in good conditions, and it will even perform well in wet and cool weather. 7. Black Beauty credit to 305 Seahill growth type mature height 5 feet. This is believed to be the world's darkest colored tomato. It contains high levels of anthocyanin, which is also what gives blackberries and blueberries their color. The color of these tomatoes is dark blue-black, and they have a dark red inner flesh. They have an earthy flavor and are known to store well at room temperature, with a flavor that becomes more intense after harvesting. 8. Mr. Stripey credit to Nick Fullerton growth type mature height 9 feet. This tomato plant produces unusually small foliage and has fruits that are yellow near the stem and red near the base of the tomato. As the colors merge, they drip into each other in stripes, earning this plant its name. This is an heirloom variety with a mild and sweet taste. The tomatoes take 80 days to reach maturity. 9. German pink growth type mature height 10 feet. This is a Bavarian variety of heirloom tomato that was introduced to the U.S. in 1883. It takes around 85 days to reach maturity, producing sweet-tasting tomatoes with rich pink skins. These fruits are almost seedless and are great sliced, canned, frozen, or cooked. 10. Money Macro growth type mature height 6 feet. This type of tomato plant dates back to 1913. It has been one of the most commonly cultivated tomatoes over the last century, especially in the UK, due to the fact that it reliably produces tomatoes even in less than ideal conditions. It isn't as popular as it used to be as better varieties have come to the forefront. This plant has average disease resistance and produces fruits that are sweet and mild tasting. 11. Ailsa Craig growth type mature height 6 feet. This is known to be one of the best tasting salad tomatoes, with a perfect balance between sweetness and acidity, resulting in a depth of flavor. It is believed to have originated in Scotland, where it has been cultivated for over 100 years. This plant has received the award of Garden Merit from the Royal Horticultural Society and is a vigorous grower. 12. Shirley growth type bush mature height 3 feet. This hybrid tomato plant is fairly compact and ideal for smaller gardens or greenhouses. It grows reliably in cool conditions, producing a high yield of medium-sized sweet fruits. It has good resistance to disease. 13. Golden Sunrisa growth type mature height 8 feet. This is an award-winning heirloom variety that produces golden yellow tomatoes. They have a distinctly fresh and fruity flavor and add a welcome splash of color to salads and salsas. It takes 75 days to mature. 14. Alicante growth type mature height 7 feet. This is a popular tomato plant, producing medium-sized juicy red tomatoes. It matures early and offers a long season of fruits, as well as being resistant to disease. 15. Early girl growth type mature height 9 feet. This is a hybrid variety that was first introduced in the U.S. and has become very popular thanks to its early ripening fruits and its reliability to produce large yields. These tomatoes are a vibrant shade of red and have a good tomato flavor. 16. Roma growth type bush mature height 3 feet. These tomatoes have firm flesh with few seeds and, when mature, are the shape of an egg. This is a hugely popular variety of tomato for canning and is probably the most commonly known type of plum tomato. When sold fresh, supermarkets sometimes label these tomatoes as Italian plum tomatoes. They produce heavy yields of fruits and mature in 75 days. 17. Inca's growth type bush mature height 3 feet. This hybrid tomato plant is resistant to common diseases such as fusarium and wilt. It produces large plum tomatoes that are perfect for slicing or stuffing. These bright red tomatoes have a firm texture and are typically ready to harvest from late June. 18. Astro Abrito growth type bush mature height 3 feet. This is a San Marzano tomato that produces vibrant red fruits with low water content. They are popularly used for making sauces or in canned tomatoes and passatas. These plants have good disease resistance and are small enough to grow well in containers. 19. Rio Grande growth type bush mature height 3 feet. This plant is known for producing heavy crops of tomatoes, which are shaped like chunky pears. They have a firm and meaty flesh, which works well in cooking, especially sauces. These tomato plants have good resistance to disease. 20. German Lunchbox growth type bush mature height 3 feet. This is an heirloom variety that was brought to the U.S. through German immigrants and is a small size perfect for putting in a lunchbox, hence the name of German Lunchbox. It has a sweet flavor and a bright pink-red skin. It takes between 70 and 80 days to mature. 21. Granadero growth type bush mature height 3 feet. This plum tomato has an incredible resistance to disease. It is known to be a vigorous grower yet maintains a compact size, so it is suitable for container growth or in a smaller vegetable plot. It is also more tolerant of cool conditions than many other varieties and reliably produces large yields. 22. San Marzano growth type mature height 5 feet. This plum tomato is an heirloom variety that originates from a town near Naples in Italy. The fruit has a long and narrow shape. Its flesh is thick and meaty and contains few seeds. It is popularly used to make tomato sauces and pastes. 23. Juliet credited to Tim Sackton growth type mature height 8 feet. This tomato can be categorized under plum tomatoes as it is often considered as a baby Roma tomato, but it sometimes also falls into the category of grape tomatoes. It produces small and sweet fruits that stay on their vine for a long time after harvesting. They mature at around 60 days. 24. Ilde growth type mature height 6 feet. This plant produces golden yellow tomatoes that are a small plum shape. They look vibrant in salads or cooked in pasta dishes. Each truss will produce around 80 tomatoes, and they work well in containers or hanging baskets. 25 Super Sweet 100 Super Sweet 100 Growth Type Mature height 6 feet. This is one of the earliest varieties of cherry tomato to fruit, giving you a long season of delicious tomatoes to add to salads or picnics. These fruits are small and round in a glossy shade of deep red. 26. Red Alert Growth Type Bush Mature height 3 feet. This tomato plant is easy to grow, with a vigorous yet compact habit. It is ideal for growing in patio containers or in beds, and requires no support or pruning. It produces red, round, juicy cherry tomatoes and matures early. 27. Sungold Type Mature height 6 feet. These tomatoes have an appealing orange color and an irresistibly sweet taste. They have a high sugar content that makes them great for snacking on or adding to lunchboxes. This is the most popular type of golden-colored tomato among home growers, and was voted to be the sweetest tomato by gardeners. 28. Gardener's Delight Growth Type Mature height 8 feet. This award-winning tomato is one of the most commonly grown plants of all types of tomato. It grows easily and reliably produces delicious, glossy red fruits. It also adapts well to a wide range of soil and growing conditions. It produces heavy yields of tomatoes that are good for eating raw or for use in cooked dishes. 29. Tumbling Tom Growth Type Bush Mature height 1 foot. This is a compact plant with an expected height and spread of just 1 foot in each direction. This is a trailing plant that is best grown in a hanging basket or tumbling out of a window box. The plant does not need any support or pruning, therefore it is easy to grow and ideal for those with limited growing space. 30. Micro Tom Growth Type Bush Mature height 3 inches. This plant was developed by the University of Florida and was released in 1989. It is known to be the smallest tomato plant in the world, perfect for small containers and children's vegetable plots. It produces tiny tomatoes that have an average tomato flavor. 21. Granadero Growth Type Bush Mature height 3 feet. This plum tomato has an incredible resistance to disease. It is known to be a vigorous grower yet maintains a compact size, so it is suitable for container growth or in a smaller vegetable plot. It is also more tolerant of cool conditions than many other varieties and reliably produces large yields. 32. Adoration Growth Type Mature height 5 feet. This is a hybrid variety that produces spherical, red, cocktail tomatoes. The plant has a good resistance to disease, and fruits mature in 70 to 80 days. 33. Campari Growth Type Mature height 8 feet. This is the type of tomato you will probably take home from the grocery store if you buy tomatoes on the vine. These tomatoes are medium in size, being smaller than plum tomatoes, but larger than cherry tomatoes. They are particularly juicy and contain high levels of sugar. 34. Yellow Pear Growth Type Mature height 6 feet. These small tomatoes have firmer flesh and less water content than cherry tomatoes that are a similar size, making them less likely to squirt you with juice when they are bitten or cut into. They are a deep to bright yellow color and have a delicious low-acid flavor. 35. Chocolate Pear Growth Type Mature height 6 feet. These small tomatoes have a burgundy or brownish-green colored skin. They have a rich flavor and mature in 65 to 80 days. These fruits are popular for eating in salads and also work well in sauces. 36. Dad's Sunset Growth Type Mature height 6 feet. This plant produces vivid orange-colored tomatoes that are small to medium in size and perfectly round. They are an heirloom variety with a slightly